matchup between WOOF and MEOW, and I'm loving that I'm going to be doing this whole series. It is still going to be a very close game no matter what, even if there's going to be a lot of talks around the WOOF team, around Puppy Thieves. Catface has actually looked pretty good during Swiss stages. And now looking at this matchup here on Ascent, this double Senti could still be very good against that 2021 comp of this side of WOOF.
Well, let's see what kind of tone we can set with the double Senti. And, you know, Deadlock's great at fighting, but at a distance, there's only one bark, and it's from the defense. And with the sheriffs like that, you have Nora, aka Scary Shark, on your team. This is a really stacked Puppy Thieves roster, hoping to prove themselves so they can get a banner under the belt. And Elaborate's just trying to go under the staircase, goes unnoticed, still manages to go 1 for 1. Not bad. But Catface are down tremendous in this round.
Yeah, and with that push that you already had on the defensive side from Scary Shark, she already heard the rotates already from Catface. He knows the last second is coming towards the B side. It's going to be easy to shut down the attack to try to get the plant here from Catface on that B site. But let's talk about what I meant by this matchup should still be pretty good for Catface, because yeah, it's going to be very hard for them to score rounds here on the attack side by playing this double Senti, but you're almost looking at like an old school style as well back in like 2024 when double Senti started to look pretty strong on Ascent. It was all around changing the compositional change to add Yoru, to add Chamber, to bait out the Senti util, which you don't have here for the side of Puppy Thieves. So if you're able to get maybe like 1 or 2 rounds for Catface, I think you're going to be looking pretty good once you switch sides.
Well, I think you're pretty stoked too when you have an anti-eco and you just got so much info off that knife, but it's not going to force a fight from Puppy Thieves, but it may just allow Zoriental to scale up now with the Marshall, and ooh, missed shot. Now is just gonna try and trap Catface, goes in for the re-swing, and Catface are pretty pinned down. Chances now for this lurk to activate, and Elaborate can't really get that upgrade, but still is happy to create multiple threats and allow the Catface team to escape.
Elaborate was also a big win con as well for Catface going into the Swiss stages. The timings that she's able to find, especially on this agent on Pearl against Mask, when we were able to cast him here, Lemon Kiwi, going into the Swiss stage. That said, though, they are able to do a little bit of econ damage. I think right now the name of the game is to control this B main, try to get that second orb back in control of Catface as well, which would allow Elaborate to get this Still Garden ASAP. Too bad they lost Lunafox, because I think that would have been another big win con for them to cycle that ASAP for their attack side. Because remember, I think, like I said, 2 rounds, 3 rounds, you should be in a comfortable spot once you're switching sides for Catface.
Oh, good bait. Wait a minute. Nice shot from Rarin, or Raven, I should say. And there's a lot of noises we're going to be making, and it's Miara that makes them all silent in the end. Blue Owl, the last one to fall. And it's, well, 3 of those weapons into the bonus, but pretty good damage from Catface considering how they got marked so early in that round.
Yeah, the only thing that's unfortunate for them is that they weren't able to get plants here on that first and second round, so you might have to invest just in case until full armors, unless Util and Zoriental want to start pulling out the Outlaw in their bonus round, just to try to stop a little bit of the defaulting that Catface will bring out towards this game. Because again, this is another type of playstyle you see on the attack side too, because you're playing double Senti, single initiator, and with initiator changes, you should expect here, oh, sharp attack, let me hold that thought.
Oh, yeah. What a pounce from the puppies. But wait, Catface, they got some bite back too. Kestrel, though, is cornered. Zoriental's going to call St. Claus over, and they're going to just confirm this crunch. And Catface still trying to find routes to escape. They did a decent job at that in the last round, but Puppy Thieves are so quick to take that map control and to sense weakness in Catface, looking to convert that bonus with pure aggression. As Blue Owl's in a 1v3, Zoriental at 5 HP. Blue Owl still has to recover the spike. Not going to be easy. Going to try and isolate using the smoke, and just the spam through the box is enough to win. Now surely the stack. Wait, we're all lining up for Blue Owl. Oh my god, the Red Bull clutch. Are we serious?
So now I have to go to call WOOF, Meows, and now Blue Owl
so
with
many
the
animals.
clutch. How the hell did she get that? I know there's like animals. I said there's a scary shark in there too. This is going to be a very fun cast today, Lemon Kiwi. But now look at how she was able to isolate these fights too. That first pick was very nice. That first jiggle too. I think there's a slight mistake coming out from the non-repositioning here from Puppy Thieves after they were spotted by Blue Owl, and they didn't really try to play the real high-low. So the jiggles are perfect for Blue Owl, and that shouldn't have been around here lost by Puppy Thieves. They did some good damage though on their bonus round, but here comes Catface looking to aggress again.
Another aggressive take here from Catface, dashing through the smoke. St. Claus with the cutoffs, almost got the second, like that wide swing from Luna Fox, and Catface will follow this pain train all the way towards the site. But there are threats, even despite the barrier being placed from Kestrel. Puppy Thieves didn't go down without a fight. Now that barrier is taken out, there's market presence. Puppy Thieves gonna take a second out. The spike's been planted to drone out through main. It has been taken out, so that's something Yara or somebody from Puppy Thieves have to address, but it's how they want to commit to it. Puppy Thieves going in quite fast, not actually looking at the people at B main until that reaction now, but maybe the damage has been done, and all the post planters gone, and Puppy Thieves still successfully retake.
Very nice attempt though by Kestrel, just disrespecting the fragment left by Terrasar towards that B main, and almost had that timing. And I saw the vision as well from that post plant positioning from Catface by leaving out in the open at that left arches, so they could really try to play as passive as they can towards that back of the site and trade off each other as much as they could. But the exec was nice. The stall was even better from the side of Puppy Thieves. And I like this so far because if you're looking at the first few rounds until this very round, it has always been, Puppy Thieves on the attack first, on defense, just pushing down the lanes. Catface wants to disrespect that in their turn, but unfortunately couldn't really go for that real exec into the site to win the fights in their favor. But now another round comes in. You see how already Zoriento's out towards that A main, now flooding the players towards this op of Scary Shark, or outlaw rather, of Scary Shark.
Now you know there's desperation on the Catface side, so I like this normal default. Get the information, strike them down one by one. Quick reload for Scary Shark, and I like that delay with the nade. So Catface will have to pivot, change the plan. St. Claus got a plan for them, and it's holding the corner. The recon doesn't... Too much information here for St. Claus, and now it's Scary Shark around the corner. This is where Catface are not going to have a safe place to stand in, and no damage being done. Nice 3K there at the end, and Puppy Thieves on a good trek.
Yeah, and this is also the reason why you're able to play with a lot of aggression as well for Puppy Thieves, because of, now I finally have a chance to talk about it too, the double Senti and solo initiator from the attack side of Catface. It's going to be fairly slow. You're trying to walk across the map, you're trying to find clues, and then you're just trying to get some trades as soon as possible. But by staying as a group so far and not playing like a lot of 1-3-1s, there's a lot of big gaps that are being taken advantage of here, especially through scope lines on the defensive side from both Scary Shark and Zoriento, who now has an operator for this 6th round.
I like that Catface are slowing things down. You know that Puppy Thieves, as soon as barriers drop, they're trying to jump at you. They've leveraged Zoriental. They don't know there's an op here yet, and that's going to be a threat. Kind of surprised it's not going to be in top mid, trying to see if Catface, now that they've really lacked pressure at B, that they would take a swing at A. But normal default for Puppy Thieves, while Catface just trying to be here to absorb pressure. And now that they've been awarded this map control, it's Catface that have to do something with it.
And now they're actually going for a solo walk-up, just trying to go for hero plays. Unfortunately here, Kestrel should get picked off. She's able to get one, though. That's a big W.
Right, on Fuse Fury from Luna Fox. Let's get a tag, I think, at someone at the end, and punishing the off is huge. Catface will be able to pick this up and maybe even play through main on the post plant, but it's if we even get to that point. Some information off the neural theft here from St. Claus, and Puppy Thieves know that Catface aren't fully established, but with the smokes, it does give security to Catface. This flank going to be important here for St. Claus. See if Luna Fox will be able to even maintain the op. It is sensing something. Oh, the flank! What a shot! Coming out of the claws. Now the op back into the hands of Puppy Thieves. Flash out. Terror just going in solo, not able to sync up, and Catface just shred through anybody on this retake. 2 versus 2, though. It's not over yet. The spike gets tapped. Catface, pay attention! And the barrel to the dome. And it's all MEOW all day to secure that round for Puppy Thieves.
Losing Kestrel was a little bit tough there with that lurker, as was mentioned before, on that top mid. Because of her falling down too, there's still sonic sensors watching that flank. It's a little bit harder as well, so that means you're dwindling down numbers to set up a real crossfire inside that A site, and you're kind of isolated for the extremities. So it was a very important op shot that had to be won by Luna Fox against St. Claus, which is also very funny that it's St. Claus. Usually it's cats with claws trying to claw back into the game, but it's St. Claus.
About Santa Claus.
Oh yeah, that as well. But that, I mean, is it now woof meow and ho ho ho's? What are we doing?
Basically, yeah. We have so much more time to talk about that too.
Exactly. I think with this timeout, it's super important for them to think about multiple layers that they have to look out for. I love this opening pick, at least here from Blue Owl against the op. It was a beautiful peek and the wall bang into the operator of Oriental, but outside of that is they're losing to a lot of aggression coming out for the defensive side. They're not carefully clearing out those lanes where they're moving forward. They're playing a lot of walk contact because you have no choice really with the comp that you currently have. There's no pop flash for you to go through, so you kind of just have to stay as a pack to try to trade off as much as you could, but the ops are just too much of a pain point to deal with. And then also just these post-plant scenarios that are not being held to their standards here for Catface so far, where from aggression to retakes to one-on-one fights, it's all over. It's all Puppy Thieves so far in this matchup.
Been just liking the confidence that, well, the top dogs are playing with right now. I don't think they should be puppies anymore. Like, a lot of them have gotten so much experience and have been on huge orgs now. So maybe we'll change that name, ideally with an org. But ideally now with an op. Zoriental uncontested on that. Hoping to maintain some mid presence while Catface, again, taking their time. Slow defaults being as conservative as they can. Just trying to mark where Zoriental can be, especially with the op.
Okay, so they're just trying to set clues right now and potentially force rotates. You have the drone that's able, or the knife at least, that's able to spot the jet and the Allen drone. So Puppy Thieves, they hear the audio, but look at them. Nobody's really moving so far. They're just really trusting the op catwalk to rotate into their mid round back on cat. So this is an off angle by Zoriental. Off that contact, you'll have Scary Shark flashing, and then you can maybe dash away or double swing into it. But now finally, I like this smoke. I think that might force now Puppy Thieves to be a little bit more proactive around that map. But as I say that, they are just not moving.
MEOW aren't going to get full vision now until the swing, and I like that setup. It's just such a good buddy system from the Puppy Thieves. It's Oriental now, thinking through all the chaos, can kind of be a part of that. And Catface, not down too bad, only by 1. Once this trip goes, we'll see how the dominoes maintain here, as St. Claus watching carefully over A.
They've lost Luna Fox though, so trying to break the dart, try to break the trip towards main is not going to be easy. You're gonna have to move your body through. Yeah, that's an easy kill for Scary Shark.
Annihilation, and 1 claimed, but only 1 left. This Kestrel, just against the world, just would have needed to execute a little quicker there, as this is turning into a much more one-sided defense. But, you know, a double senti on attack isn't supposed to be their stronger side, but 6-1 is no joke.
This is what I didn't like, actually, from the side of Catface. I think before that 1 minute mark, they did an excellent job to, again, make some noise, pressuring out towards that B side, trying to force a rotate. Nobody's reacting to it. You don't hear footsteps. You don't hear rotates as you have players inserted towards the A side. I'm going to hold my thought again, because it almost feels like we're trying to go quick for a plat into a B side punish.
Claus, Santa Claus even gonna see this with the camera. And can you disengage in time? Yara is slightly pushed off the angle. Zoriental just steps into the lion's den, and Catface won't even be able to trade. Kind of like the safe position from Puppy Thieves. They wait for Catface to enter in the center, and then Puppy Thieves hope to surround them and find the timing. A big double coming through the top of the side. Scary Shark denies on the front end, and it's a flawless for the Puppy Thieves.
Yeah, so just to continue that point previously here, because that round was just moot, they did a good job working around that map on their default and trying to create some sort of sound noise and sound cues so they can listen to any type of rotates. But once they broke that trip on the top middle, you forced the hand actually of Puppy Thieves, a solo swing out from Terra with a pop flash, but it goes unpunished. They're able to get one kill and also punishing support from MEOW's Odin on the top. So what's missing there for Catface is the group up right after the trade, where I was going to say that's the bread and butter that you're trying to work with on the attack side, because you have less utils to activate Raven on this Jet. So now I'm hoping that that's going to get cleared up a little bit more, which is why you see 3 of them working together on middle this time.
Ooh, and the Hunter's Fury, as soon as the trip has been sprung, Catface walk into another trap, and looking like prey out there. Dogs are just better. Wait, another B push, and just tripping up yet again. Puppy Thieves able to work off of information. Catface feeling really stuck on how they're going to pull this off, and maybe Elaborate has to be the one that carves their name. Steel Garden. You know there's always a threat in closet, and this will maybe push people off some angles so you can traverse safely within the B site. Now you're going to clear through this back closet and go for the plan as soon as you can, as Puppy Thieves already going for the retake.
Probably have to cut down to Blue Owl once again. She's trying to find her timing to lurk here on market to get the backstab on Miara.
Should be easy, but how much murder can you get away with? Puppy Thieves have already infiltrated within the site. Blue Owl will try to keep them trapped in, and it's so swift how the Puppy Thieves can retake these sites.
If there was only something towards that back of the side on a pulse plant to hold back Puppy Thieves for another split second, I think there was going to be real big value off the backstab of Blue Owl, because she still gets the kill here on to Miara, but the other 2 just dropped instantly just before. So unfortunate in terms of how you wanted to play that disadvantage position here for the side of Catface, but we're down to 3 rounds pretty much to try things out and hopefully get that second or third round that you need right now for Catface. But they've been struggling in the econ department as well, as it's always been so dominant for Puppy Thieves.
Amy Paranoia, the dash in, but not a ton of space quite yet, as the knife will mark this. Raven marking her name down, and Catface have an exchange. They've lost their duelist. They need to step forward, take up this space while they still have a chance to have an advantage. And what a mark from Miara. Lines up on the pins. Zoriental going insane. And now the rest of the team get to also relish in this moment. Now the drop downs, Oriental kind of playing with their food at this point, as Elaborate would like to still play the game. There's some injuries on the other side. Now Queen of the Hill has been slain, but the reaction from Puppy Thieves is even better.
Love that from Zoriental as well. Beautiful shots with the operator, and then also making sure that they're selfless, just going with the updraft on the generator to try to bait out the shots. So you focus here on taking her down, and you break the crosshair placement. You have an Odin closing in on the front side. You have the Cypher flanking from the back too. It almost feels like where I commended Catface a lot during their Swiss stage against Mask. It's really what Puppy Thieves are currently doing so far in this matchup. They're at the right place at the right time all the time. They're converting a lot of, it seems as though they're converting a lot of these first bloods in their favor too. And just their retake, the teamwork that they currently have is really good. So the big win cons of the lurks and the timings that Elaborate usually has is totally shut down every single time, because the group that they're trying to do here for Catface are just not working out. Look at this other round here, Lemon Kiwi. Round 11, this is 2 rounds in a row now that the money's not the best. So they're just forcing pretty much to try to get maybe 1 round in the last round of number 12.
Now you're crossing in, and everybody's lined up, and the cutlery is just piercing through everybody from Catface. And that is just a tough situation to be in. Catface always seemed to be walking into the grasp of Puppy Thieves and a plan that they have not yet unveiled. And with a bunch of sheriffs, it's not been always flawless for the Puppy Thieves, and that's the only really cope silver lining that I got for you. And like you said, Vans, you're just hoping to get at least 2 on the board before the second half.
Yeah, and Zoriental did a cosplay of pretty much bullseye from Daredevil. Look at this. Headshots, get the timing. 2 or 3 of them fall too before she gets dropped. But delays well enough here for her teammate to come out. That Odin, I mean, you have blade storms that are annoying, you have the pushes that are annoying, you have the op that's annoying, and just a team play. Everything is such a big uphill battle right now for Catface to try to take, so it's really time to pull out the claws here and try to bring this back, try to salvage this last round. You have a big Hunter's Fury that you could leverage here to create some space to maybe go for a faster mid to B split if you want to. There you go. They're doing it right now.
Start with the calculated. Now Luna Fox. That kind of line Hunter's Fury, we've seen that over at the A site before, and now trying to alleviate forces here of Puppy Thieves. We're gonna see this push coming, and now through market, through everywhere, Catface don't have a safe path to take. It's always costed them so many warm bodies, and now they turn to cold corpses. 11 to 1/2 for Puppy Thieves is near perfect.
Yeah, they were playing too much with trying to do inserts on a mid to B split instead of really trying to trade off with each other before and then try to figure out what to do in that next layer. So you're definitely seeing here, despite now after the 12 rounds that we just saw, me saying that double senti should be very good here for Catface. All of the duels that are 1v1 so far, though, has been very much in favor here of Puppy Thieves, with the exception of that Blue Owl clutch. So maybe she's going to be my win con to maybe try to bring that momentum back here for Catface in the second half. But if I'm thinking about it so far, I feel like it's too late in terms of Catface. I mean, they're currently taking a cat nap. They got to wake up here.
Oh, looking like hibernation. But this is where the some Sentinels go crazy on defense, so maybe that's just what we have to lean on. 11 rounds in a row. If Puppy Thieves could basically do that, surely the Catface girlies can as well. Now through the market side, Paranoia is going to alert Catface, who are very far forward, and now they're on the back foot, and Elaborate is the only one to try and delay, and it's still trying to get the safety of the closet. It's going to try and choose the slate carefully. Goes 1 for 1. They're not the cleanest push, but the Puppy Thieves are still established.
Yeah. 3 versus 3, and all of them are on site as well. The retake's not going to be the easiest too. Thankfully, Blue Owl does have a Paranoia for Raven to try to get a pick here.
To save the map, Catface on the retake. Paranoia comes out now, trying to get vision as Zoriental makes Raven fade to black. And let's just roll the credits at this point, because Zoriental is absolute cinema.
And just a beautiful counter on top of that as well. For Puppy Thieves, they were just waiting for the counter. Once the Paranoia comes out, once you hear the flood come through, the pop flash comes in from the back of that B site. It's almost like an Ethan S style pop flash for the jet to move forward for Zoriental to catch some players off guard and go for the backstab on the staircase. A beautiful 4-piece, and putting already the woofers at that point.
Yeah, that was sounding like a whimper too, and that's kind of what I would think Catface are feeling right now, and not how you wanted to start off your map pick. And up next will be Split. Puppy Thieves, maybe a walk in the park there too. Surely we can exhaust all the jokes here. I love just reading the reaction.
Exactly. At least for now too, for WOOF, they're just holding back towards that spawn. So despite this being 12 to 1 and how aggressive they were from the first half of this game, they're still giving some respect here to Catface to not run into any type of like aggro play that Catface is going to try to do. But now the tides have turned. They have the weapons to work with against the Stinger by Force 5 from Catface, and it should be pretty good for them to walk into this B site.
I just wish we had more rounds to see what this double senti could have really done. And when I see Zoriental hold a gun, I don't think anyone could hold a candle to this. Zoriental is just a laser today. And there's going to be some kickback from the kiddies. And Blue Owl has the 1v3, but can't do it again. Only so many miracles that can happen. 13 to 1.